I'm Marilyn, and I'm excited to give a preview of my paper, Affirmative Algorithms, Relational Equality as Algorithmic Fairness. So this paper actually came out of answering one core question: where pretrial public safety risk assessment, or PSPRA, algorithms are used, what would the most racially fair version be? First, what are PSPRA algorithms? Well, when a defendant is arrested, we take their information, and this gets inputted into an algorithm, which is the PSPRA algorithm. The algorithm outputs a risk score for recidivating, which is defined as a rearrest, which we can think of as a public safety risk. This risk score is then shown to a judge who decides whether to detain or release the defendant pretrial. So, a first attempt at answering what would be the most racially fair in PSPRA algorithms would be probably all the current algorithmic fairness metrics. So there are a lot, and these are some of the most popular ones. In fact, I argue that most of these actually equalize some variation of accuracy at the core. But that's a problem because equalizing accuracy is unsatisfactory as both a metric and a value. As a metric, measuring accuracy itself is problematic. This is because accuracy means we need to know whether a defendant was actually high risk for recidivating, but that often means measuring recidivism, which is fraught because of racial bias in police arrests. Second, measuring accuracy of predicting who will recidivate pretrial is too short of a time horizon. Part of the reason we want to accurately predict who will recidivate and detain them before their trial is that we care about public safety, and public safety seems secure if we incarcerate people before their trial. But if we extend the time horizon to consider after the trial too, falsely detaining someone before their trial disrupts jobs, community ties, and defendants are actually more likely to recidivate in the future, according to studies. So if we care about public safety, measuring accuracy in predicting pretrial recidivism is not the right thing to measure. We need to consider post-trial recidivism too. Equal accuracy is also problematic as a value. It does not guarantee equal justice for two reasons. So the distribution of errors can be different. So unequal false positive rates can happen across groups. And they can also occur against a background of society that is unjust. And this can lead to concentrating injustices and compounding injustices. And the situation we're currently in with the PSPRA algorithm like Compass actually has both compounding and concentrating injustices. And this is why even if we have equal accuracy, equal justice is not served. So I've given reasons to believe that many of the current statistical fairness notions, which are rooted in equal accuracy, are not satisfactory. So how should we think about algorithmic fairness? I argue that philosopher Elizabeth Anderson's notion of relational equality gets to the core of what we care about. Basic capabilities as humans, as participants in a system of cooperation, and as citizens are needed to relate as equals. Moreover, for Black communities, pretrial detention especially lowers access to these basic capabilities. And because of that, relational equality as algorithmic fairness requires PSPRA algorithms with a risk threshold that is more lenient for Black defendants. And that's an affirmative algorithm. And that's it for the quick summary. Thank you.